Hello, this is John from caveofprogramming.com. In this video we're going to take a look at extensions in Kotlin, so extension functions and extension properties. I've created a main function here and I've created a class called machine. Let's give this machine class a property, so I'll have a val name of type string. And we could give it a method, so function start, and we could say in here perhaps machine starting. So we can create objects of type machine. Let's call this M1, and that can be of type machine, and we'll set it equal to a new machine. Then we can call M1.start, of course. When I create the machine, I've got to supply a name for it. So here let's write T1000. And I could actually use name in here if I want. So let's put $name right in there. And now I'll run it, and it says T1000 starting. I'm going to reformat my code from the code menu because sometimes I don't really put colons in the exact right place. So if I go to the code menu and reformat code, and that should be on my system the option key, command and L. So I'm going to try to remember to do this more often as I type. You can see it did change something very slightly, I'm not sure what though. Now we can attach functions to classes like this machine class in a way that the function doesn't really become part of the class, it's just kind of tacked onto it. Let's take an example. So here I'm going to write fun, and instead of just giving the function a name, I'll write machine dot and then give it a name, like let's have maybe print info. And then in there I'll have a print line. So name here is publicly accessible. In other words, I can access this from outside of the machine class. I'm not restricted to just using name between these two brackets. I could access it externally as well, for example in the main function, if I wanted. And that means we can also access it in this extension function. So let's write in here identifier $name. And we could also access the this reference of machine within here. So if I wanted, I could put this in curly brackets, in braces, and I could write this .name, and that also works. But as you could see, it worked perfectly fine without this as well. Now, since this is now attached to this machine class, we can actually run it via instances of machine. So we've got this machine object, M1. Let's call print info on that. And if I run it, you can see it says identifier T1000. Now we haven't covered it yet, but it is possible to add access modifiers to properties that restricts how they can actually be accessed. So as an example, I could make this val name property private by typing private there. And what that does, and we will look at this in more detail later on, is it means I can now only access name between these two brackets. So in other words, within the class. And you can see that print info, because it's not really a method of the machine class, it now can't access name. So it's really just something that I've tacked onto machine. It doesn't behave like a method of machine. But let's get rid of that. We can also define extension properties. We'll take an example of that. I'm going to do it here, and we'll say val, and again we prefix it with the class name. Let's call this version, and we'll say that that's of type int. Now I'm not allowed to initialize this. There's no backing field, and I can't initialize it. So this gives me an error. But what I can do is I could define a get method for it. So let's go to here and write get, and then I can return 1, for example. And I could call this within main, or I could even use it within print info. So let's do the latter. I could say here version : and then we could access this version extension property. Let's run that. And you can see it says identifier T1000 version 1. So we could even use this to add properties or extensions to built-in classes like int. We'll take a look at an example. So I could say, for example, within main, or I could do it maybe up here. It just depends where I actually want to use it. Let's say function int.greet, which I'm sure is not a method that is part of the integer class. And let's do here print line hello. Now let's create a variable of type int, and I'll set this equal to maybe 7. And we can actually call number.greet. And if I run this, it actually works. So it says hello here. We haven't really modified the int class, we've just tacked on a function to it, an extension function. I can even call this via integer literals. So I could do, for example, 11.greet, and that also works now. Here it says hello again. Here I've defined this extension function within main. If I wanted to use it outside of main, I would need to define it at a higher level. So if I define it, for example, here outside of main, then I could use it in another function. There are also some subtleties around extensions in connection with subclasses, but since we haven't yet looked explicitly at subtype polymorphism, I think we'll probably look at that in the next video. So this is all the code that we've got for today, and until next time, happy coding.